Unlocking the Mystic Spearhand in Dragon's Dogma 2 is a lot easier than you might think, but it takes a little bit more time than you might think as well. But I'm going to quickly show you how you can get this done very early on in the game. That way you can play this really fun vocation. So without further ado, let's get into it. I'm going to warn you ahead of time that I may spoil some of the main storyline to you going through this, so I'm giving you a little bit of time at the beginning of this video to click off it if you want to try and unlock the Spearhand by yourself and not have some of the main storyline spoiled. I'm not going to be spoiling a lot, but it's going to have a quick clip here in a little bit about part of the main storyline and the conversation that you have. Now that you've been warned, it's very clear that you have to progress the main storyline until a very particular point where you have in the middle of a conversation with Captain Brent. You have to go through some of the main quest lines that he gives you until a point he tells you that you should probably check on Melve, a place that you hit up very early on in the game. I got to this point by destroying the 3 monster dens and then sneaking in trying to find evidence against the current ruler of this world, and this is when he told me to go check on Melve. When you make it to Melve this time around, you're going to see a lot of people rushing towards the center of this town, and you're going to see a dragon that you have to defeat at a certain point to actually talk to someone who's fighting this dragon as well. Now I say defeat at a certain point of this dragon because you can't fully kill it. It ends up flying away right before you're actually able to defeat it. But the idea of this is that you need to shoot the red pustules on top of this dragon. That's going to do a lot of damage to it, and as you can see, it has a lot of health bars. The fight is fairly easy because it focuses on all the different characters that are attacking this, not just yourself, even though you will probably end up doing the most damage. Once you have weakened the dragon enough, you will obviously have a cutscene that has it flying away, and you will not be able to attack this whatsoever going forward. But thankfully, this will basically signal the part where you can finally unlock the Mystic Spearhand from one of the characters that you end up talking to right after you had this dragon fly away. As you can see, this conversation comes from you talking with Ulrika, and you'll also be introduced to the guy that's just hanging out with the Mystic Spearhand weapon, the duo spear, on his back. The game makes it very easy for you at this point because the gentleman who is introduced as Sigurd is going to walk over to you directly and start talking to you in general. That way you can actually have a conversation with him. The conversation is very important that you ask him about his manner of fighting and just his name in general, because it will come in handy down the line because he is also the master of the Mystic Spearhand Vocation. I will have another video about the Mystic Spearhand Vocation mastery a little bit later on, but make sure again that you talk to him about his fighting style. As soon as you talk to him about his fighting style and end the conversation with him, that is when you're going to get the banner that shows you have unlocked the Mystic Spearhand Vocation. At that point, he's going to end up walking away. You don't have anything additional to talk to him about until you find him later on as you play through the game. All you have to do at this point is go to any of the inns that you can change your vocation at. Simply acquire the Mystic Spearhand Vocation. You will get the base armor set, the base weapon that you get with it, the duo spear, and a little bit of information around how you should actually play this vocation. It really is that simple, but like I was saying in the beginning, it takes a little bit longer than you would like to actually get to the point where you can play the Mystic Spearhand, because you have to go through some of the main story missions until you get to this particular point. Now, as you can see, I have some gameplay of me actually using the Mystic Spearhand Vocation, and it really is a lot of fun in my opinion to use, especially with the teleportation, the particular magic attacks that you have that are offensive, and also the ability to do some defensive spells which are a little bit more difficult to use for me personally, but I'm sure the rest of you guys, when you get a hand of this vocation, are going to be able to master it a lot quicker than me. Well, overall, that is how you can unlock the Mystic Spearhand very easily and very quickly inside of Dragon Dogma 2. I hope you guys did find this helpful. If you did, please let me know by hitting the like and subscribe buttons. Let me know how quickly you guys ended up mastering this particular vocation, because some of the stuff you can get by leveling up this vocation to its higher level has some really cool abilities. Let me know which ones you guys are using the most right now. Once again, I hope you guys found this helpful. That is the point of all my guides. I hope you did. If you did, make sure to hit the like and subscribe buttons one more time, and I will catch you in the next video.